Primo having a catch with Quinerly. Watch him go. Over Hawkins. Got it. A three. He's so fast that you have...
He's the one that all eyes are going to be on because he will be running this offense. Wasn't eligible last season after transferring in from Villanova. So here's Herb Jones setting things up for the Crimson Tide. Community College. Was a JUCO All-American. Oh, and that gets swiped away. I think it was Keon Ellis who stuck a hand in there, and then a very high recruit, the highest recruit for Alabama in this 2020 class. He's one of those notable returning players, but yeah, the list of returning players is shorter than the newcomer list. Chance points for the Gamecocks. See what Quinerly does. Doesn't mind the size. Third in the nation. Jones driving to the rack. Second chance. Quinerly from deep.
On the other end, though, you got Purdue with a nice finish around the rim. Jacksonville State continuing.
Gas grill. Come on, boy. It's a gas grill. It's been a battle between those two guys. And you can tell the importance of this second game at the Maui Invitational. Of course, no one wants to be far away, and he didn't. And his team ends up not getting a good shot. And Coach Otzelberger would not be upset with him for forcing shots right now, as hot as he is. There should have been to make sure he didn't get the shot. Someone else had to beat him.
Yeah, like the safety over the top in football, bracket coverage.
Doing that, trying to build a wall to keep him away from the basket, it opens up opportunities for shooters on the outside. You cannot.
Coaches in the SEC used to hate coaching against Kermit Davis at Middle Tennessee, so Ole Miss did a good job in going and sweeping him up.
Gets a screen from Petty, who kicks out top of the key. Back to Quinerly, three on the way. Got it.
Beautiful.
Coach and I have been around each other a long time. Deep three, and that one's good from Quinerly. I'm sure you'll get kicked out of the league.
Somebody might get hurt, huh?
Hey, right.
wow.
Ole Miss. Just one of two, now one of three on the year from behind the arc. Into traffic and a blocking.
That are really trying to cover up Devontae Shuler tonight on the defensive end. Nice job going to the 1-3-1 zone to get stops, but because of the limited time left in this basketball game, I think he feels like he has to speed Alabama up.
Jahvon Quinerly, fresh into the game, knocks it down. It's him right now. That second statistic sheds some light on it. Quinerly, a deep three, and he drains it. Herb Jones finds Quinerly, one bounce. And Quinerly sticks it. Primo in the corner. That's good. Shackelford breaking down Watford. Quinerly out to Primo, lines it up, back-to-back three. Gaines had that one pinned off the backboard. Here comes the freight train again. Quinerly. Tennessee just lost its second conference game earlier today. This would be LSU's second, and Alabama would have a win over both of those programs. Huntsville unequivocally played the best basketball of his career.
And I think it's been baby steps for him, really. I mean, one of the biggest things I've seen is just he's got a better handle with the ball. For 3 straight years, he had a negative assist to not happy. So LSU is not alone in the look in the mirror teams tomorrow morning. And goodness gracious.
Want to occupy. Not so very well populated. Right now, Alabama, 3 of 16. And nice deflection down inside. Gary tips that ball away, and on the run out, laying it up and in.
2 legitimate fouls, how they were whining and their body language to legitimate fouls, and he kind of called them out on it and said, hey, we got long shots, and they are out and running, and then they're dribbling it, they're attacking. Beautiful ball movement.
The SEC, but just haven't been able to get anything going so far on the afternoon as Quinerly comes into the front court, lays it up and in through it.
See, Paul, I mean, you got guards that can rebound out to another guard, and then it's off to the races. You, again, Coach Howland pull up 17-footer, Good job by Molinar.
Good ball movement. Quinerly again in the corner. And answer
relentlessly, and that's what you got to do if you're Mississippi State.
Good strip once again, and Quinerly on the reverse lay, possibly in the quarterfinals. Going to be both of those teams are in the tournament.
Yeah. You know, South Carolina's capable of making some noise. I mean, as we saw today, I mean, it's just that's where the young freshman's got to see. He sees a lot of red in front of him. There's nothing there. Oh,
wow,
hello.
Something there. Quinerly.
And again, look at all the red there, Paul. I mean, that's where as a point guard, you gotta circle that thing out, kind of like what Steve Nash was so great at when he was playing for the Suns. You see that time and time again. That's the investment in coaching. Outstanding coaching in the SEC.
Kick into the corner. Reese and Barry.
High shoulder. You cannot make the pass from the top of the key. You got to get it to the wing.
Offensive foul called on Molinar in a frustrating afternoon.
Dribble against Alabama and just do this right here. They're good at staying in front of you.
It'll be tough to find anybody faster with the ball in their hands than Wheeler.
Jahvon Quinerly. Quinerly for three. Kamara. No. Petty. It's the run out started. Quinerly. Yeah.
Who's starting to come into his own for the Crimson Tide. A little bit of up and down season, but nothing but up on this one.
The mark. Quinerly for three. Down from deep.
Yeah, and this Alabama team's so scary when they're playing with confidence. I don't know if there's anybody on this team not playing with elite confidence.
Quinerly, corner three.
A little early, you didn't miss anything. Ellis drives, and the first three of the night is made for Alabama in conference play. Quinerly shooting 53% from three. Watch out, Herb Jones. 4 out. One on the inside, create big gaps and drive it. There you go. You can have them sit out in practice. When you have them miss a game and it becomes public, everybody takes. Quinerly throws it high up off the window.
In defensively, they took it personal. My man's not going to score. I'm going to be held accountable on this game film.
Reese kicks. Ellis in and out on the three. Jones doing some work. Jahvon Quinerly wide open. That'll have the ball within a foot of the rim. Kicked it for a three. Quinerly playing safety with interception, and they got numbers. Alley-oop again. Should be terrific.
I just kind of sense that Arkansas and Alabama one little piece of each other one more time. Boy, how good is he? That's for a long afternoon.
What a difference a day makes, huh? The way Mississippi State played that first half, and Quinerly walking off.
The fastest offense in college ball, Alabama. I mentioned it earlier. You have to go all the way back to not the draft board, but the folks that I talk to in the NBA that I trust and value their opinion of that kid. But I'm not sure about the Kentucky kids. If they go, they better get really good feedback because yesterday...
The jury was out on my selection.
You're not Jordan Bruner as a play-by-play guy. You are not.
Well, I love all those guys, but with all due respect,
there's no doubt about that. Think about what's going to go on down there in certainly Indianapolis. Can you imagine if one of the great teams challenging for a championship?
I'm telling them just hang in there. It didn't hit me for a while, like day 7, 8. It did the same thing, and that's when he was finally anxious.
And Alabama's been challenging off the bounce, even though the three's not falling. They made 2 so far. Oh, nice spin. Good handle
all the way to the rack.
That's enough. And you have many opportunities. Let's face it. You're going to win some games. They don't get that chance. But 26-4, and they're not going to win this game. They got to make threes. It's simple as can be. That's been their calling card all year. They have not been able to make them. They got to make the three ball.
They've been so helpful. They've been unbelievable.
Think about Tennessee, Mr. Sakoviak. Certainly think when you look at Alabama and these people here, the SIDs have been so good, really well. His dad was a terrific player, and I own him.
Look at this.
There's the jam. Nick Saban jumps out. Oh, he jumps up with joy and jubilation back in Tuscaloosa. He says, it's my Bama guys, my Bama guys. Pointer. But I can tell you, you can just feel the intensity right coming through the screen. You feel the intensity, the kind of emotion between these guys. Oh, look at that drive. Are you kidding me? He does so much. He's trying to get one-on-one with someone.
One-on-one with Vescovi. They feed it back to him again. A lot of times Dickie V will drive and then kick for a three. Instead, it's Quinerly inside. Penetrates. Penny got the block as he came back to defend.
Penny's a real good defensive player. A lot of people don't realize.
Cameron Thomas with 11.
Well, they get play out of that big three, man. Watch out. They're zoning right now. Great run out by Charlie Thomas. He's playing a little zone right here and staying in a zone. Trying to match up out of it. Really took a little top wide open three.
Hayes can't get it to go. And Quinerly will force the action again.
Hayes can shoot that. Averaging 22 points a game. One of the 4 big-time scorers in his first year wearing an LSU uniform. Joins the likes of the pistol.
McKinnon. Number 10 on the offensive glass. They've got 18 offensive rebounds today.
Wow.
Shackelford, quick Hyatt does. Jones with another block. Shackelford, numbers for Alabama. Quinerly,
multi-talented, doing it all.
Quinerly with Smart on him. 7 on the shot clock. Penetrates and kicks.
Pushing off, putting pressure on the ankle. That's the area that he is going to have to test. And talking about testing the area of led the nation. 9:28 for the Crimson Tide.
Got a steal from Reese. Quinerly gives it up, and the finish.
Put the ball in.
Huge jump in scoring for Ayala. Primo knocks down a
former teammates last year. You know them, they know you.
Grad transfer going to Maryland. Nice. Quinerly with hard on him, giving up some size. Quinerly gets a step. Little runner in the lane is good. Quinter help. Quinerly kicks it. The attack. Quinerly, shot fake, sidestep, contested three, and he makes it. Wow. What a shot. That was a tough three. Petty loses the handle as well. Fortunate to get it back. Kick to the corner. Nice pass. Three up on a box score. You won't see it much, but just watching that Alabama bench, and we've showed you a number of shots over there as Quinerly scores inside. It's been a challenge. Yes. No question. Every team has dealt with it. But to arrive here in the NCAA tournament, you can just see the joy in these players' faces. Quinerly, a little fake. Quinerly's got it. And a double-double. Turns to the floor. He's been saddled with foul trouble. Alabama went on 2 big runs without him, though, as Quinerly hits a three coming out of the top.
Clock down to 10. Primo having a catch with Quinerly. Watch him go. Over Jaquez. Got it. A three.
He's so fast that you have to replay. And what do? You try to get your scorer, get him involved. Look at this. To the basket. And we'll check him out defensively, who he's guarding.
Quinerly. Killer crossover and finishes program. 15-2 run.
Look at
this. So easy for Quinerly, poked away by Jaquez. Quinerly retrieves. Drives, got a runway, and he lays it in overtime.
I would say not to settle.
Quinerly a three. On target.